Alright, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Oh my god, it has been hot. Like, very, very hot here the entire week. We're currently, actually, I guess they're calling this a heat wave now, because they're supposed to have, like, 90-degree weather for the next, like, 3 days in a row. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's uh it's supposed to rain where I work at like every day in a row.
Ew, gross. We just had some rain today, but we kind of need it. But yeah, anyways, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Thank you for coming to the show. Cough clap, cough clap. Um,
Woo.
as we had mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned this the last week or the week before. I had mentioned that I am going to Canada towards the middle of August. I kind of have narrowed down to a science when I am going and when I'll be back. I will be leaving either August 16th or August 17th, which is a Tuesday or Wednesday. And I will be coming back the following week on the 23rd or the 24th. Um, with that said, we are still going to be uploading. The episodes will just be, um, I guess it could be called a premiere, I guess. That's the feature we're going to be using. I think we talked about this in another video.
hmm
So I'm not going to get into detail about that. Basically, it will upload still. I'll have it set for a certain date at a certain time to upload, probably around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, then 10:30 at night, because that's usually when we try to get the video out. Um, Sometimes we're later, but it's all right, no big deal. So we will still be producing content. So don't worry, you will not experience any interruptions in content. So yes, we are going to be working very hard here at the Reckless Paradise podcast.
Harder than we already do.
No, but seriously, yeah. So there won't be any interruptions. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. So as we mentioned on Sunday, this is Fall Out Boy week on the podcast. Now, Fall Out Boy is huge to me. They have played a huge, and I mean a huge, significant role in my life. I found them. Here's a little background story, I guess. I found them when I was 12 or 13. It was the summer of 2014. I was going through some stuff in my personal life that I do not want to discuss here. Basically, in my family. And I found Fall Out Boy just because I was getting into wrestling too. And I found out that Fall Out Boy actually wrote one of the songs that was used for the pay-per-view Battleground 2014.
Mm.
No, 2013, excuse me. It's 2013 they wrote the song for, but I didn't find out until 2014. So it was Battleground 2013, and WWE used one of the Fall Out Boy songs from their latest album, Save Rock and Roll, at the time. And it was called The Mighty Fall. And obviously the pay-per-view picture, the poster was Ryback. That's how I remember. Um, and that's how I found Fall Out Boy. So I listened to that song. I was like, okay, I like this song. I vibe with it. And then I started looking into their other stuff, like my songs "Know What You Did in the Dark," light 'em up. I've heard of
hmm
that song on the radio in my past, so I was like, okay, I know this song. So I just started like listening to other songs, especially from their newest album at the time, which was Save Rock and Roll, and I was just falling in love. The Phoenix was like a huge one that I was obsessed with for a long time, and then Young
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes. What would you say?
I said young volcanoes.
Yeah, Young Volcanoes, and just the rest of the album, which I will get into more history about that album later. So that's pretty much how I found them. I just kept listening to stuff like by Fall Out Boy just to see like, okay, if I'd like this group, and I do. It's like another one of them Billy Talent stories in my life. It's like one of the two groups I can really talk about on a deep level, on a personal level, because they really impacted me in a big way. And I still listen to Fall Out Boy up to this day. I'm still a huge fan of Fall Out Boy. Obviously not obsessed like I used to be when I was like 12 or 13. Not like a fangirl anymore, but I've been listening to them for almost 10 years now. 2024 will be 10 years, and that's freaking amazing. Oh man.
Man.
So how did you find Fall Out Boy? Let's hear your background story.
Oh boy. Well, you see what happened was actually I found them through I think through like middle school. And well, I found them in middle school, And they were, I think the first song that I ever heard from them was Thanks for the Memories.
Yeah.
And then I remember playing Guitar Hero on the DS,
Oh God.
and it was oh God. Um
Sugar, we're
can't
going
remember.
down, maybe?
No, that was another one that that
Dance Dance? There's a lot.
um oh, it was the can't remember the damn name of it. Um but it's like the one where it's the video where like you're inside Pete Wentz's like dog's mind. And it was like I can't remember the name of the song. It's been so long.
It's been a long time since I've watched the Fall Out Boy music videos. Oh my God.
But like Dance is another one that I've like heard. But Thanks for the Memories was like one that got me into them and stuff. Um,
I love that song, bro.
it was like I heard it on like a wrestling like kind of like highlights sort of thing, and you know how like some people will put music in the background
Mm-hmm.
to just like do like the wrestling moves and all that stuff. So then it's like I saw it that way, and then I saw the actual video afterwards.
Ah, okay. Jeez. I guess, yeah, so we did both find Fall Out Boy in like while we were still in middle school. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Now my sister, who turns 13 this year, actually in a matter of weeks, um, she likes Fall Out Boy as well, but she also likes Simple Plan, which we need to do a Simple Plan episode. Now that I think about it, we gotta do a Simple Plan episode. God. Well, time to add another one to the list, a long ass list I have yet to do.
Simple plan.
We'll be doing that, so remind me, Dystro, before I forget. Anyways, no. So my sister likes Fall Out Boy as well. She likes I think one of her favorite songs was The Phoenix, and like, honestly, that song is a killer. It's badass. The music video is good too.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole Save Rock and Roll album slaps. It's fucking amazing.
I listened to that whole album in like one go.
Me too. Me too.
I was like, because like the first song I heard from it was "Light 'Em Up."
But yeah, that's
It
like
was,
mainstream right there.
and then like another one was "Rat-a-Tat." Was a good one. Um, just "Save Rock and Roll" with I think
Elton
wasn't
John.
Elton John. That was a
Yes.
good one too. Like Young Volcanoes, The Phoenix, and stuff like that. I watched all the videos and stuff like that. And I was like trying to keep along with it. So I was like, huh, okay. Wow, okay. Oh my God. Like just got darker and darker. And then like towards the end of the thing, it's like it got lighter. It's like, okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'll discuss more of that in a little bit. Also, sorry, I'm eating chips. um, okay. So this group formed in Chicago, Illinois, all the way back in 2001. I was not born yet. That is a
I
sad fucking statement.
I was almost 3 around that time.
Yeah, you already brought into this world, Dystro.
Hey, I wasn't almost even thought of at that time, so
So this group, as I looked into them, they were classified as pop punk, pop rock, and emo. I guess. I mean,
it's
I
got
can
some
see
emo
I
songs.
can see that, yeah, like, cause like that was like during like the emo phase, cause it's kind of when they started, like when the emos really started to emerge, with like Good Charlotte and My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco, which we do not talk about them on the show.
Hmm.
um, First album was Take This to Your Grave back in 2003. That was the album that they had pretty much kick-started their band with. I'm just gonna start rattling off all the albums, and then we'll get to more of the story. From Under the Court Tree came out in 2005. Infinity on High, which actually is celebrating I think it's 25th or 15th. No, wait, let me think. Let me do the math. 17, 18, 19, 20. It's celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. Infinity on
Dang.
High was released in 2007, so that'll be celebrating its 15th anniversary. I guess they're releasing, or they already released, a limited edition vinyl copy, like a special vinyl of the 15th edition of this album. And I guess they
Hmm.
pretty much fucking sold out, like, within minutes.
Probably, yeah.
And then I can't pronounce this one. Folly Adieu, something like that. I am so sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Was released the following year in 2008. And then I'm gonna pause right there. So they took a hiatus from 2009 to 2013. Pete Wentz had suffered from some drug abuse issues and also had recently just split up from his current, I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend at the time. And he checked into rehab, and he has been clean ever since, as far as we know, which is fucking amazing. Patrick Stump obviously struggled with some weight problems as well during this time, and dropped over 60 pounds in this
That's
time
damn pretty
period.
good.
Yeah, he was in a pretty dark place, and so was Andy. And I didn't find anything about Joe as well. So I don't know if Joe suffered through any depression during this hiatus as well. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything when I looked some stuff up. But over this time period of the hiatus, nobody knew what the future of Fall Out Boy looked like. Were they going to get back together, or were they going to stay gone and written in the history books forever, like My Chemical Romance, which they made a comeback, by the way. Like, we didn't know, because, like, My Chemical Romance had split, I think, in, like, 2012, 2013. I'm not 100% sure. I'm probably wrong. But, like, us, like, emo fans did not know what was going to happen. It's like watching, like, your favorite movie not produce a sequel.
Right.
It was a very, very scary and uncertain time for Fall Out Boy fans. Because, like, again, we didn't know what was going to happen. But also during this time, Patrick had produced a solo project and released an album called Soul Punk, which I think I've only listened to maybe one or two songs on that album. I need to, like, get into that more. Pretty good, actually. It's actually pretty good. This was after Patrick lost weight, so he looked like a brand new human being. He looked fucking amazing. So after that, they had made a comeback in 2013 and decided to really Save Rock and Roll, which, that album has to be my favorite, because that's like the first full album I listened to of Fall Out Boy, and that's an album that really got me into Fall Out Boy. I listened to their new stuff before I even got into their old stuff. So I'd have to say Save Rock and Roll definitely pulls the heartstrings for me, so I kind of would put that as my favorite. Save Rock and Roll debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, as well as the next two albums that they released, American Beauty, American Psycho, which was released in 2015, and Mania, which dropped in 2018. Now, there's a lot, there's a lot of emotions running through my mind right now, because I remember the hype for American Beauty, American Psycho. I got to go through it all. I remember when they dropped the hit for Centuries, the music, like the hit for the song Centuries, they had like a fist. It was like an X-ray picture of a fist with a black background, and they kept putting the date that they were gonna release it. I don't remember what the date was. It's been a while, but it used to be my profile picture on my Facebook page for the longest time.
Wow.
Because I was a huge Fall Out Boy fan, and I remember the hype for Centuries. I was absolutely stoked. And when they dropped it, I literally got home from school and I listened to it right away. I think it was like the first week of school too. They dropped it. It was like September something, and I listened to it and I was just blown away. And then I find out that they're releasing a whole ass album in 2015. So let's just say that album also pulls a lot of heartstrings for me, because I was there for the hype. I listened to that album from start to finish shortly after it came out. And unfortunately, I do not have this album in my possession. I would like to get it sometime very soon. Now, Mania, on the other hand, I do have this one. I bought this one, I think, last year, sometime around last year. It's one of the albums that people, it's like one of the less favorite albums by Fall Out Boy fans. It's like Billy Talent and Afraid of Heights, like that kind of situation, which I love Afraid of Heights, by the way. I love Mania. I actually like it a lot. I have a Mania Fall Out Boy t-shirt that I also bought a couple years ago. I also got to experience the hype for Mania. I was at my cousin's house in Canada. Actually, no, we're gonna go back. Hold on, let me think here. School. I was walking home from school, and I got the notification on my phone one day that Fall Out Boy was dropping a new song. They had dropped hints and stuff like that, and it was Young and Menace. That was the first song they had released as like a little teaser for the album. Then shortly after, I think they released Hold Me Tight or Don't, and Champion also released as well before that. And Champion's a good song too, by the way. They dropped the music video for that. They dropped the music video for Hold Me Tight or Don't, and then they dropped the album date, which was January 20th, I believe. I was at my cousin's house in Canada when the album dropped. So I got to listen to it from start to finish when it dropped because I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning that night. Oh man, the hype. I was actually pretty stoked for this album. And there are a couple songs that I'm not crazy for on the album, but overall it's still a good album. I can't hate it, even if I wanted to. I cannot hate it. It is a good album. Now actually all three of these, Save Rock and Roll, American Beauty, American Psycho, and Mania, all debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. That is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's gotta take a lot of uh, fans and streaming sales and all that stuff, and
Oh yeah.
it's gotta like take like a lot of like um
Hard work.
dedication from fans and stuff and hard work. Yeah, because like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of bands can't do that nowadays, but they did with
Yeah.
all three of those albums. So
Now I don't know about the other 4 albums, the older ones from like '08 and back. I don't know if those did chart topping success. I'm gonna assume Infinity on High did, because everybody talks about Infinity on High when you
oh
mention Fall
yeah,
Out Boy.
yeah, like the only songs that I kind of know from like all the different albums was like, Sugar We're Going Down and, like Dance Dance and all that stuff. But like the only Fall Out Boy album that I've listened to from like start to finish was Save Rock and Roll. So
Hmm.
that was the only one that I've ever just full just listened to.
Well, I
Like,
know what we need to do now.
oh boy.
Just the
But
last two. Well, let's do the last two together.
yeah, because it's like I think I think sometimes like you need to have um like a new you good over there?
I'm
You're like,
drinking. I'm drinking water. I'm thirsty. I'm sorry.
but like I think American Beauty, American Psycho, and Mania. It's like I think that would be kind of like new refreshing for me because like I haven't listened to those albums yet. But like there's certain songs that I think like I have listened to on the previous four, but it was like on like Pandora or like just a random search on Spotify or something.
Right.
And
Let me
it's
tell
just
you right now, if we listen to these last 2 albums together, I'm really gonna fucking cry like a baby to some of these songs because like it's gonna bring back so many memories to when I first heard them. Like Novocaine from American Beauty, American Psycho. That is probably like one of my favorite songs on that album. Like it has to be like in the top 3,
I,
and
I
it's
think I've
fucking badass. It's such a badass song.
I think I've heard of Novocaine. I just can't remember though. It's been a long time.
It's more
But
of like
like
an angry, badass, you want to punch somebody in the face kind of song.
it's like I think and also a little sidebar here.
Mm-hmm.
The another time that I got into Fall Out Boy again kind of recently was Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah, with Immortals.
Mhm. But like I was just like, huh. It's like, that's Fall Out Boy? I was like, that can't be Fall Out Boy. And I was like, no. But then like I heard it again, I was like, it is Fall Out Boy. I was like, huh.
Now I'm gonna be
I was
honest with you. At first, I did not like that song.
like,
I
I didn't
actually,
first either, but it's
I
just
used
like
to hate it.
true.
It took me a couple, let's just say, tries for me to start liking it. It's like one of those songs I had to listen to a couple times for me to like actually enjoy it.
You're right.
Uh,
It's like you paused like you're in it like 1 second, it's like, nope, I hate it. It's just like, nope.
Mainly because I didn't give it a chance. That was my only guilty part there. I didn't give it a chance. Like, I know, like, for example, Billy Talent. I didn't give Billy Talent 3 a chance. I fucking know. I gotta listen to it.
It was really good when I listened to it. So
What am I doing? Oh. um. Alright, sorry. I was eating my fucking snack. I am hungry. Okay. So, basically, I guess we've kind of already talked about most of the hits. Sugar We're Going Down, Dance Dance, Young and Menace, which that's a song that everybody kind of like, either you love it or you hate it. Like, there's no in between. I love it. Thanks for the Memories, Centuries, and Grand Theft Autumn, which is from Take This to Your Grave. I love
yeah,
that
I
song.
heard that song too, like on Pandora one day, and I was like, okay. Huh.
There's also, I guess I can mention some underrated ones. Like Novocaine's probably a really underrated one. Um, what the fuck's this one called? Oh, Bishop's Knife Trick from Mania. That's also a really underrated one. Saturday, which I believe is from Take This to Your Grave. It's an older song from Fall Out Boy. I love that song, by the way. I guess another one I could mention here. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Is oh, what the fuck's it called? It's called Favorite Record from American Beauty, American Psycho. That song too is also one of my favorites of all time. It's just a really, really peachy kind of fluent vibe, I guess we could call it. Just like kind of one of those songs you want to listen to when you're driving down a back road, like that kind of song.
When you're on a major highway, you just turn it on.
Oh man. Now, Fall Out Boy has also won quite a few awards. I didn't write any of these down, so I'm gonna go off the top of my head from what I remember when I was super into them. I used to watch this award show. It no longer exists, unfortunately, but there's people signing petitions to bring it back, so cross my fingers it's coming back. The Alternative Press Music Awards, which is also known as the APMAs. They only lasted, I think, maybe 3 or 4 years. I remember Fall Out Boy won the Artist of the Year in 2014 at the very first APMAs. They also performed and did, the closing performance for the show, where they performed the Phoenix, I believe. And they did this reference, like, not this reference, they did this little thing, because, like, Patrick is short as hell. And he couldn't fucking reach the mic. So Pete tried to, like, pick him up, like, underneath his shoulders, and Patrick was like, thanks, Pete. And ever since then, that's literally the most iconic moment of the APMAs ever.
Thanks, Pete.
And then I think in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, Patrick won, I think it was Vocalist of the Year. And they showed up, like, so he, like, they videotaped him, like, of him, like, his reaction to winning and stuff. And he's like, he thought he won, like, Best Drummer, because, like, as, like, a joke or whatever. He's like, what? I didn't win Best Drummer? I've been working so hard. I've been practicing. That's gonna be the clip I'm putting at the end of this episode. You have to watch it. It's fucking funny.
That's
So yeah,
funny.
he won Vocalist of the Year in 2016. Again, he deserves it. He's literally one of the best of all time. Considering, not to mention, like, he lost a lot of weight. He even sang good, when he was a little, I guess, heavier. I guess we could put it. I don't know how to put that. And this group has never, like, had a lineup change either. Like, they've never, like, fired anybody and never really had any, like, backstage drama. They've always just been about good vibes. And that's what I like about this group. This group is stuck together through everything. Through Pete Wentz' drug addiction, Patrick Stump's weight issues, Andy's dark depression during the hiatus and stuff like that. And now I guess they're all dads. Which is fucking mind-blowing. I remember the internet blowing up when Patrick Stump became a dad.
I mean, hey, I mean, hey, it's kind of interesting that like some bands like they'll do like a lineup change here and there, but then like there's some bands that just stay through the thick and thin, like like Fall Out Boy has,
Mm-hmm.
like like Metallica and stuff like that. Like they had to change their basis, like I don't know, like halfway through their career, kind of. I think.
And AC/DC, they had to find a new vocalist. They had to find a new drummer because
Hmm.
Phil Rudd. I guess they got rid of Phil Rudd. They hired some other dude. got rid of him, brought Phil Rudd back. Like, it was just a big mess. And then Malcolm passed, so they got in his nephew to play bass for him or something. Was it bass or no? It was rhythm guitar. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like AC/DC. They've had a lot of lineup changes too, but they've had some unfortunate events happen. Even lead singer too, Bon Scott, he passed away. That's when they brought in Brian, and then Brian, his hearing went, so they brought in Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses, which was a fucking mess.
He just starts singing. If Rose has his thorn, it's like, no, we're playing Thunderstruck, you fucking idiot.
He sounds terrible. He doesn't sound good in AC/DC. Like, either AC/DC is Bon Scott or Brian Johnson. You can't fucking change that.
Yeah, it's like some like I was saying, like some bands, like they'll do a lineup change, but it's like it's not going to be forever. And like with Billy Talent, for example, when the drummer had MS and stuff like that, and they brought in the drummer from Alex is on Fire, right? You said?
Yep.
And then he's still back drumming with them, correct?
No.
No, I meant the other one, the first one.
Nope.
Oh, really? Wow.
Lo Campbell is currently drumming with them for the tour. He's from Winter Sleep. Aaron still plays a role in Billy Talent, but it is not drumming, obviously because of MS. But anyways, we're getting off topic here. We just did Billy Talent too, which is like kind of funny that we always talk about Billy Talent on this fucking channel. I'm sorry. But anyways, so that is Fall Out Boy. But this is not going to be the end of Fall Out Boy week. We still have another episode to come. But this is pretty much all you need to know about Fall Out Boy before we get into Sunday's episode, which we're going to mention next. So, yeah. So I'm going to, like I said, at the end of this episode, I will put the clip of Patrick accepting his Vocalist of the Year award from the 2016 APMAs. Also, they need to bring the APMAs back, like ASAP. Like, I miss that show so much. That was an award show that I would look forward to watching every July. I think it used to be on like the second or third week of July, and I always look forward to it because they'd like the show would start at like I think 8:00 at night my time and end at like midnight. I'd be up the whole fucking night with snacks and drinks, just watching the show, fangirling, waiting for my favorite band to come on or my favorite bands to come on. Because I was like getting into like All Time Low and Issues and Blink-182 and all this fucking shit. Like, I was in a fucking emo phase. Let's just say that.
I think we all were when we watched that show.
But yes, please bring the APMAs back, Alternative Press. Like, you're like one of my favorite magazines. Like, bring it back. Anyways, so that is going to conclude Fall Out Boy. Let's talk Fall Out Boy. So this Sunday we are doing our top 10 Fall Out Boy songs of all time. This is going to fucking hurt.
I think every top 10 that we do, it's going to hurt either way.
Even the top 5 hurts my soul because that means I really have to narrow it down. Oh, man. So yeah, we're going to be basically discussing what our personal top 10 Fall Out Boy songs are. And we're basically going to talk about a lot of the songs and the background and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys stuck around to the very end of this episode, we greatly appreciate your support. As usual, be sure to follow us on our social media by clicking the link in the description below, which will take you to our link tree, which has everything you need, such as the TikTok account, the Reddit page, the Twitter accounts, the Instagram, you name it, it's there. Puts it all in one convenient little website for you guys, so you don't have to fucking click on every single little link in the description. And plus, it takes up less space in the description too. So be sure to go follow us on our social medias. And thank you guys for listening, and we hope to see you guys this Sunday. Peace.
Peace.